1,000 days, 1,000 nights, practice makes perfect. Most of them stay away from me cause they lack purpose. I don't have to say a word, I still make them nervous. Energy speaks volumes, the loudest ones I heard.
So like, this is another thing. I showed you the lady who, she looked fit, she looked normal. Mm-hmm. And when you break down or get into her psychology, the type of person she is, she's this serial relationshipper. She has this masculine attitude and energy. She has this I don't care kind of vibe when it comes to giving her body away, when it comes to sex, when it comes to anything having to do with love. And all it takes is a few sentences out of someone like her, like out of her mouth. It only take a few sentences for you to realize what type of person this is. Mm-hmm. And you can kind of predict where this person is headed in life just based off how they speak, just based off, and I'm not saying judge a book by its cover. I'm saying read a lot of the chapters, get into it, and you'll see things from a different perspective. Now, when you get deep into this, and then you look at her a few years later, you see how, and I'm not going to say her name, but now you see how she's fat. You see how, she got bags under her eyes. You see how she just looks distraught. She looks destroyed. She looks broken now. Mm-hmm. And this is because what's going on, and a lot of people don't like to talk about this, but these bitches out here think that consequences don't exist, especially black women. I've always said this, and I always said this. I don't think black women believe in karma. I think they truly believe they could do anything they want with no consequences, with no repercussions. We've seen this a million times. All the podcasts talk about it. It's all over the news. It's everywhere, man. And when you really get down to it, you don't be surprised when you see a person who you might have talked to or been friends with, and you see them way later in life, and you like, holy shit, what happened to you? And that's all based off their psychology. That's based off the way they even view the world, and they think that they can go and hoe around. They think that they can just, curse everybody out. They think that they could just get away with everything, and they think that they can demand stuff and not make sacrifices for it. They basically think they can just pretty much just do whatever they want, and there's absolutely no cause and effect for them. And the problem with women is they are able to get everything they want. Money, clothes, material shit. They can get in. They control sex, even though men control marriage and relationships. They control sex, and they think because they can get it whenever they want, that somehow equates to them being marriage material, being wife material, when those are two completely different things. And so, they run around the world and they do these things, and what happens is they hit a wall. They hit a point in their life where they can't even give it away for free anymore. Like not only can they not give it away, they can't give it away for free anymore. All right. Like they can't, it becomes this whole different thing to where now they like, oh, I actually have to work for something that I want now.
They don't know how either.
Because they have never needed to do that.
Right.
And now they can reach a point when they get older in age, in their late 20s and early 30s, and they like, oh shit, this is not how it was for the past 25 years.
Right.
Things were just handed to me. You could get on the big boats and the yachts and travel everywhere and get money when you need it and have 15 men texting you good morning and shit, and then it all stops. You hit a wall at 100 miles per hour, and then that's when you see them online crying into cameras.
Right. Instead of fixing themselves and working on themselves and, you know, being a woman and doing the things that will attract a good man. Instead, they just, like you said, get on a podcast and try to make the younger women follow in their footsteps.
Right, because they're miserable, and so they need, it's like, hey, if I'm going down, I'm taking some motherfuckers with me type mentality.
Or try to make it look cool or right, like the right thing.
They try to twist it.
Or blame the men.
But they try to twist it and make it seem like, oh, no, I'm happy being lonely. I'm happy being single, and this is a choice. And, and we all know it's bullshit. We all know it's bullshit. But at the end of the day, when they whining and crying in the camera, talking about, I have no man, I have no body, I have no family. You spent the last 20 years making these decisions to put you in the position you in right now that you don't like. But this is what you did. This is the result of your choices. And a lot of times, because there's no responsibility, because there's no accountability, they would rather just blame, like you said, they blame a man instead of taking accountability and responsibility for their own actions. This is why I say I just really don't think they believe in karma. They don't believe in cause and effect. They don't believe in consequences. They don't believe if you do this, then this happens. They just don't have that in their heads. And so when you see a woman who in her early 20s, she looks pretty, she has beauty, she has, you know, she has all of these attributes, and she can get and do all of these things with the snap of a finger. If her psychology is fucked up and she believes in all of this ratchet, pound town, again, this entertainment, industrial complex type shit, and, you know, it's just an arrogance and there's no urgency in having wife skills or anything like that, after a while, you see him get fat. You see him break down. You see him, you start seeing the deterioration. And it's not just this one person I'm talking about. This is everybody who fit in that category. And how can you feel sorry for somebody who purposely did this to themselves?
That's another thing. They'll try to make you feel sorry and feel like they the victim, and you, like you said, cry about it.
Yeah.
But you can't.
They'll play the victim, and they'll do a lot of things.
Yeah.
And none of it will work because the world doesn't owe them any understanding. It's like,
you gotta live with that.
Right. You still gotta make money for yourself. You still have to wake up every day. You still have to do things to survive. And it's just at that point, it's like, damn, well, let me go hit up so-and-so from a long time ago. Let me go hit up so-and-so from the past.
They probably, married by now.
Right. And now all of them dudes, the good guys, you know, used to just be like, whatever, nigga. Now they married, or they the head of the tech companies and all this other shit. It's different now. And now you like, oh, this nigga ain't shit type shit. And it's like, give it a rest.
Still blame other people not taking responsibility.
Right. And then, like I say, they go from this, pretty woman in their 20s to this old ass bitter bitch later on in life. And it's like, damn.
That's what it do to you. That's what all that do to you.
It's like, damn, like, this is what my life came, like, this is what it came to. It's like, what else did you think was gonna happen? Like, if a man tried to avoid responsibility for 20 years, I don't even know what to say about that.
That's something else. Like, Like, that'll show too.
Yeah, exactly. It always shows. I guess that's my point.
The difference is society and women and people will beat that person down like you a deadbeat, you know, you this, you that. But on the flip hand, when it's a woman, they won't say that. They'll be like, oh, it's okay, you tried or you did, you know. But with the men, they'll get tore up. Like,
facts.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it my way. This is not on blind faith. You scared yet? Well, fear's just a man state.